Hey YouTube, this is FireWizard23, and I'm going to do a quick little vlog video here, and I'm going to talk about The Wall, NBC's The Wall. I guess more just a me ranting video than a vlog, you can't really see me. I just finished watching an entire episode of The Wall on NBC. After seeing some promotional material for it while I was working, I'm just turning on the TV while I clean rooms, and I just saw The Wall, and I kind of said, okay, it's... Being the game show buff that I am, I previously did the GameShowGuru channel, which I don't do anymore, but I realize now, had I continued doing that, I probably would have actually done a live reaction video of some new game shows just to get the idea of them. But I'm going to do what I can here. So here's what it is. This game show sucks. This sucks. Okay, this is a really... I get what's being pushed here. It's not for me. Okay, here's the general idea. They get a pair of people together to go on this program. They're the contestants. And they face the wall, which is this giant plinko board where these balls fall down and land in various money amounts. They start out in a preliminary round where I believe it's a max of $25,000 is on the board and on the wall to drop into. And they have to answer questions yes or no, A-B questions, just multiple choice but 2 answers each, which they're incredibly easy. I mean, everyone's gonna get these right. They're saying they can't go on if they get 2 of these wrong. No, if they end up with less money, no, they're going to be in the positive. It's so ridiculous. But they drop 3 balls each. Dropping 3 balls each down this board every answer they get. If they get it right, they drop green balls, which give them money. If they get it wrong, they drop red balls, which take away from their money amount. So, okay, it's kind of interesting. And there's 5 questions like this, and they have to be in the positive to at least proceed with the game. Then they separate those players apart. I'm just going to explain the mechanism of the game. They separate those players. The other player doesn't know what's happening out front, but he's just in isolation, knowing how much they got in that first round. I think it's called the free fall. And the other player is forced to... He first gets, in 2 sets of rounds, he gets a selection of green balls that he can drop in locations 1 through 7 on the top, just to earn money flat. There's then a set of multiple choice questions where he has to pick where he wants the ball to fall based on his confidence in his partner. Because if you pick it more to the right, it's more going to fall in the big numbers. If you pick it to the left, it's going to probably fall in a smaller number. Probably. And we see the opponent, the other person, pick the answer, which determines if the ball is going to be green or red, to give them or take the money away. And then this is done 3 times. And then an equal number of red balls is dropped in that second round, equal to the number of green balls, and in the same position as the green balls in that first part of the round, to take money away also. They then repeat that again with, green balls, and then questions given to the other player, and then red balls dropped in another round that has higher amounts on the bottom. And then the reason for these isolation of the other person is they didn't know what happened, but they have to choose whether or not to take all the money they won in the free fall round, as well as a bonus for every question that isolated person got right but didn't know that, or pick the money that's actually remaining after all the ball drops happened. I confess, just describing that's a hell of a game mechanism. I gotta give credit. That's a hell of a thing to even describe. One of the primary reasons I stopped doing Game Show Guru is that it was just so belaborious to try to explain some of the game show premises, how the rules worked. And that's actually a hell of a lot of rules. Oh my crap. But let me get down to my main primary problems with this game. First, from a mechanism standpoint, they can end up with nothing knowing things, and I don't like that. In fact, the episode I watched, as a result of the positives and the negatives that happened in the game, the green balls that dropped to give the money and the red balls that fell to lose the money, regardless of why they fell, either they just the freebies they were given to win or lose, or the ones they won through the multiple choice, they actually ended up in a completely equal situation, regardless whether or not the person signed the contract to take the free fall money or ripped it up to take what was on the wall. I was like, wow, that was kind of a stupid point. So it just became nil. I also don't like that. No, understand, the first one was 25,000 and 10,000 and 15,000 and 20,000, and there's $1 and $10 and $100. Which can be added or subtracted based on getting it right or wrong, or if red or green or red balls fall. So it's pointless. It doesn't matter. I can get greatly rewarded for knowing something, minimally rewarded for knowing something, massively. I can lose a lot by knowing nothing, or lose very little by getting something wrong, or very little by getting something wrong. What's the point of a game in which your knowledge ultimately can become nothing? Especially since we know that we're going to drop green and red balls. It's ridiculous. I could get every single question in this game right and land on dollars and have everything taken away by the red balls by landing in the larger amounts. That's really stupid. I don't like that mechanism. It's highly unlikely that will happen. But I also think the game is... I've been away from probability for a long time, but just looking at the numbers, this game is so skewed to the player to get a very small amount of money, even when they add the $1 million space in the last round. It's so skewed against the player. I could gain hundreds of thousands of dollars and have a red ball land in the million and lose everything. I just think that's stupid. Which leads me to probably what I see as the biggest flaw of this program. Some viewers will like this, but I think most viewers won't, which is the drama that is built up. And oh my god, I hate that in this program. There is no reason to talk about look at the amazing thing these people do, and look at the masters this guy made, and look at this guy's a police officer, and he really helps his community. They could be complete assholes for all you know. Seriously, we know nothing of these people in real life. We just know this very basic ideology about these people, and then we see them talking to each other, and we see them cry, and we see the emotional reactions, and we see them, and oh my god, the emotional reactions. It's so ridiculous how often we get the people we're crying, or and when the balls drop on this mechanism, they're like running at the wall, like, oh my god, go this way, oh my god, go this way. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do, people. It's just a ball falling. It's so stupid. It's not engaging for me as a viewer, except on an emotional level. It's not to build up drama that's just fake. Like, I know I will forget these people in 10 minutes. I don't even remember these people's names. I mean, that's how much the show is meaningless. That aspect of the show is meaningless. And at the end, when they have the guy come on, we find out if he signed the contract or not after the last ball fell. It's like, we have them talk to each other. All the fucking talking and all the fucking drama. It's not important. Oh my god, it's just not important to the game. And I don't understand why that's relevant. But you know what? I know why. Story. What is selling now with products is story. I remember this. I was in some kind of presentation as a teacher where we talked about that a big thing that's happening with consumer products is we're going to give you a story. And the reason they're doing this in The Wall is because you will care more about these people, because they're not just people off the street. They do things. Their lives are interesting. Look at their families. Look at how amazing and important their families are. Look at the sacrifices they made to get them. And here's us as the great NBC and The Wall to give them money. Oh my god, I hate it. I stood there. I literally want to rip the screen off every single moment I'm watching this. This show angers me. It angers me because the point of... I see one of the pivotal... It's something I actually never made when I did The Game Show Guru, but I've always wanted to talk about why I created The Game Show Guru and what he represents at a whole. Effectively, he is my opinions on game shows. And the big thing I think that makes game shows work is audience involvement. You need to make the audience involved in the game somehow. And my biggest overriding complaint with The Wall is that my participation in this show means nothing. Knowing something in this game means nothing. Not knowing something in this game means nothing, because it's a complete random chance. I can gain, if I know something, I can gain a lot of money or gain little money. If I don't know something, I can lose a lot of money or lose a little bit of money. It's so random. It has nothing to do with anything, so the emotion, them having emotions about their decisions doesn't mean anything. It becomes such a wash, and you have no involvement in that show. And I know people could look at me and say, well, what about shows like Beat the Clock? How is that any different than what this is? The audience doesn't have any involvement there. Yes, but it's something that's so... It's not trying to be this big flashy thing. Beat the Clock, I want to say it was like 1970s. It wasn't trying to be this massive blowout of spectacle, of emotion. No, here's this team. You get a little description. Here's this couple. They've been married for 3 years. They have 2 lovely children. Oh, what are their names? Brad and Sarah. Okay, and they're here from Little Rock, Arkansas. We just here's people to play today. And it's like, I know as a person I could never go on this show. I never could. I, as a regular contestant, could never go on this show because they want to sell the players. The players are getting sold as the thing that carries this show, not the mechanism of the game. The game has nothing to do with what this show is actually promoting. The show is promoting the people. In fact, the very final line by the host, I can't even remember it, was like, where we're changing people's lives. It's like, but that's not what a game show is. And I'm not saying this can't be. I understand game shows can be whatever the hell they want to be. They can be They can be intellectual like Jeopardy, or they can be nonsense like The Wall. I do. I get that. Wait. Let me do nonsense. Shop to your drop. I mean, it could be just complete garbage. I do understand. It doesn't really have to be anything interesting. But just, oh my god, I just got angry watching this show. It's so hollow. It's going for an emotional pickup, emotion by the audience, and I don't buy that. That's not why I watch a game show. That's why I watch a soap opera. Okay, well, I'll end it correctly. This has been the Game Show Guru, as Fire Wizard 23, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Take care and bye-bye for now.